Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I'm streaming to you live from beautiful Victoria here on the west coast of Canada. I hope everybody has had a pretty good week so far, staying healthy, staying strong, staying productive, and being happy. Welcome everyone. In this class, we are looking at the IELTS reading section, and we're focusing on that expert level literacy in English. Yes, it is possible. Hi, Bahrat. Welcome, members. This is a members chat class. Everybody is welcome to watch while we wait for a few more members. This lesson is presented to you by aehelp.com. That's academicenglishhelp.com. For academic IELTS, check us out there. For the general IELTS, visit us at gieltshelp.com. That's generalieltshelp.com. Now, for the reading, there are some differences between the academic and the general IELTS. However, there's also some similarities. So the third section of the general IELTS is very, very similar to the academic IELTS reading passages. So if you're studying from the academic or the general, it is good for both exams. Welcome, Muhammad, Jayed, and Sayeda. We are now multi-streaming on our general and academic channels, so welcome general IELTS students as well. So Janil, Atharwa, welcome members. You will hear me mention students from both of our channels, and I'm paying attention to both chats at the moment. It's quite exciting. All right, while we wait for a few more students before we get into our reading passage for the day, I'll quickly show you our websites. This is our academic IELTS website here at aehelp.com. So for academic IELTS, click this big red button to join our premium package. It's a one-time payment. For lifetime access for the general IELTS, check us out here at gieltshelp.com and click that big red button there to join. We are an official British Council test registration center for the IELTS and certified agents. So you are in great hands with us. Students, we have a new HD video coming out on Sunday. It will be episode 5 of my IELTS Band 9 journey. This will be the EOR, so Inquiry on Results. If you take the IELTS and you're not happy with your results, you can ask IELTS to remark. You should only do that for the writing and the speaking section. And I will show you what happened with me when I did that myself, and that will be on Sunday. If you would like to get our apps, you can get our apps from your app store, Academic IELTS Help and General IELTS Help. And if you have questions and you don't get answers during the class, just send me an email, adrian@aehelp.com, and I will gladly answer those questions for you. Braham Jat Singh, good evening to you as well. It's very early morning for me here on the west coast of Canada. It's 5:30 a.m. All right, so we have this reading class right now. And then a little bit later in 90 minutes, we will have a task to writing class as well. So this class is about an hour. Then we have a half-hour break, and then we have another hour. And that class will be focusing on writing. Okay. All right, everyone. So full week of classes. We've got more classes tomorrow and on Saturday. Now let's take a look at the reading passage for today. Okay. So here we have this passage. This is being developed. This is one of our newer exams. When you are in the IELTS reading section, your first step is always to read the title. Now, you're going to notice something interesting about this passage, and you can see these kinds of passages in the academic and in the general IELTS exam. What do you notice right away when you look at this part of the reading passage here? So aside from the title, you have something else that's really helpful here. And if you have this kind of passage, you should pay attention to this. So step 1 is read the title. Okay, it's very important. So read the title and infer the information in the passage. Okay. And what else do you notice again here with this passage when you see it right away? So you see the title, and then you see something else. What do you see? Okay, let me make this a little bit bigger so that it's even clearer. And again, students, if it's not clear for you, set YouTube to 720p. Okay, so that will make it sharper for you. All right. Again, I'll maybe make a mention of that here as well. So set YouTube to 720p if it's a little bit blurry, and it should be better. To 720p for clear picture. All right. So Atharwa is saying that the passage is asking what, where, why. Yeah, so even simpler, you have subtitles, okay? So you actually have paragraph titles in this reading. So you have Chica, dash, what is it? Or hyphen, what is it? History of Chica. Types of Chica. Production, a part of Peruvian culture. Where and how to drink it. Okay, that's a very important one. So when you have subheadings like this, okay, or subtitlings like this, it's really a good idea to start the reading by reading the title and then quickly reading these different titles here, okay? So that will give us an idea of what the passage is about before we begin reading so that we can have a better prediction, a better idea or understanding of the passage, okay? Yeah, Nikhil, absolutely. So we've got subtopics here. So when we look at these, so when we read these, and again, this is a reading class, everyone, so make sure to read with me, okay? So a piece of Peruvian culture, Chica, what is it? History of Chica, types of Chica, production, a part of Peruvian culture, where and how to drink it, and then we have our questions. Now we should have some more clarity. So again, step 1, read the title and infer the information. And of course, if you have subtitling, read these as well before you look at the questions. So here, when I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, what is this passage about, or what is this paragraph about? Then what do you think about? So if you look at this title and you look at these subtitles and you think to yourself, well, what is this IELTS reading paragraph about? What comes to mind? Okay. So Baccarat says it's a popular crop in Peruvian culture. I think, Baccarat, that you're kind of jumping ahead here by thinking that it's a crop. I think you're correct. I think it's probably connected to some type of crop. But you have to take a step back and think step by step. So what is this paragraph about? Okay, what do you think? I would say, if I looked at this, I would say that it's probably about A popular Peruvian drink called chica. Okay? So when I look at these titles, I think about, okay, it's probably about a popular Peruvian drink called chica. Okay? Sieda says it's about chica and chica's history. Yeah, we definitely see that there is some part of that history as well. Amu says it's about chica. Now, if I think about that without reading, what do you think chica is made from? So if you think about Peru, if you think about Central America, and again, use your critical thinking here, what do you think chica is made from? If you had to guess, if I said, I'll give you $1 million if you guess correctly what chica is made from. Now, I can't do that, obviously, but if I did, what do you think it's made from if you think of Central America? Okay, Amu and Bakrat both are saying it's probably made of corn. Yeah, and corn is arguably the main kind of starch product or crop of Central America. So corn is a big, big product. It's kind of like, think about Asia, China, Vietnam, Japan, it's rice. Europe, it's wheat. And Central America, it's corn. Okay, so these kinds of basic knowledge of what kinds of crops are the main produced crops in the region, that's good to know for the IELTS exam. Okay, so yeah, chica, so it's probably made from corn. Anybody know what corn is often referred to, especially in Central America? We often call corn by another name. Anybody know what that is, just for fun? So again, before you go into the IELTS exam, it's good to read on a lot of topics and get some basic information about global history, global knowledge, like knowing that one of the major products of Asia is rice, or East Asia especially is rice. One of the major crops of Europe is wheat, or North America as well, USA, Canada. One of the major products of Central America, South America is corn. Paulo Reyes says it's called maize, I believe. Yeah, absolutely, Paulo. That's what it's called. It's called maize. Yeah. Yeah, maize is the other way that we refer to corn. Okay. So maize, very good. All right. And why do you think? So why is this passage discussing chica in Peru? Okay, so use your critical thinking. Sied also says maize and even shows the little emoji of corn, which is great. Okay, I love it. Why do you think? So why would the author discuss chica in Peru? And now, of course, we have the history and it's a part of the culture. But if you had to go one step further, so if you had to think, okay, well, why write 600-700 words about chica? Okay, what would be your answer? Again, the more you can think about quickly before you start reading and looking at the reading questions, the better the chance that you're going to get more of your answers correct. All right. When I did the IELTS exam in February myself, that's exactly what I did. So I did a lot of predicting in my head for the first 2 minutes. Then I read the passage, and the questions did seem a lot easier after. Paulo says it's probably to do with the culture, economic importance of the locals. Yeah, and I would even add a timeline to that, Paulo. So I would say probably for like hundreds, if not thousands of years. And Buckrat says it's probably healthy and delicious to drink. Yeah, so it's a healthy and delicious drink in Peru for hundreds of years, and it is a part of their culture, identity, and economy. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So, that's the kind of thinking that you want to think about, okay? So Thomas Vinod says maize. Yeah, that's another spelling of maize as well, Thomas. So just simply M-A-Z-E. Yeah, maize. Yeah. All right. So great. Now, we can also ask one more question, and notice the question. So the questions here are what, why, and how. Okay, so these are the basic questions of critical thinking, and when I read the title of the reading passage, that's what I do, is I ask those critical questions. All right, so what, why, how. So how does the author discuss this chica? Okay, and the author seems to discuss this by breaking it into sections in the reading. So the author explains what it is, it gives the history of chica, and then these kind of different elements. Okay, so the author discusses this by giving an explanation, history, variety, and so on. All right, great. So now we have a good understanding. Now in the real IELTS, this critical thinking, this inferencing, okay, so a lot of your IELTS teachers might say predict the passage, predicting. I like to use the word inference. You'll hear this word in university or college a lot, inference. It means taking an educated prediction based on analysis and facts. And you want to develop and evolve your inferencing skills for your IELTS exam, okay? Atharwa says maybe we'll get some nutritional facts as well. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. All right. So our first set of questions, okay, that's your next step always, students, is take a look at the questions. Which questions should you read? Which questions should you avoid? Okay. So when you're in the reading section of the IELTS exam, your step 2 is look at the questions. And read only questions that are contained in the passage. Okay, do not read questions or answers that are not in the passage. Like true, false, not given. Okay, those are very confusing. Now, if you take the computer-based IELTS exam, it's very easy to skip true, false, not given type questions because they're drop downs. And same with multiple choice answers. Okay, so do not read questions and answers that are not in the reading passage because they will be confusing. Okay, so here we have complete each sentence with the correct ending A to M below. So we've got a lot of options here. And these are not necessarily in the order of the passage, okay? So skimming and scanning are not effective strategies for the IELTS exam for the most part, okay? Keep that in mind because the answers don't necessarily come in the same order. So skimming and scanning take a long time, okay? So skimming and scanning are not effective strategies to use all the time during the reading because answers do not come in order, answers are paraphrased, and answers are inferred. Okay, so matching words does not work, and it takes way too long. Way too long. Okay? So keep that in mind, all right? Okay, so here we have this matching or completing each sentence with the correct ending. Okay, these are not necessarily in the order of the passage. Let's read these questions. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions, and we have, whoa, we've got like 20 choices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 choices. So we've got way more choices than questions, and that means that many of our choices are wrong, of course, and those choices might not even be in the passage. So these choices could be just some completely random information, maybe not even true information. So don't read these. Okay, don't read your choices for these complete the sentence endings because they're just going to confuse you. Then you read the passage and you're going to scratch your head and go, did I read that in the question or did I read that in the passage? Where did I read that? It's no good, all right? So only read the questions, okay? So here, let's go and read these. Number 1, though soft drinks and beer are popular in Peru. All right, so something about the popularity of drinks and beer in Peru and a contrast. Though, it's like saying although soft drinks and beer. So although pop and alcohol are popular in Peru. Number 2, while it is believed that chica has been around for thousands of years, okay, another opposition one here, before a person was sacrificed, although there are 2 main types of chica, similar to mulled cider, chica morada contains cloves and cinnamon, and so here we know it's going to be something that's contained in chica. Number 6, while chica de jora, sorry, because it's Spanish, of course, while chica de jora is made from less flavorful yellow corn, it's always great to see this kind of information because now we know that our prediction is correct. So this is reassuring. This is like, yes, okay, I'm thinking well here. I thought it was made of corn, and it is made of corn. Okay? All right? Okay, and then we skip the choices, so we don't look at those. We just wanted to get an idea. Now here, we have our next set of questions. It is complete the summary below. Choose one word only from the passage for each answer. Okay? Write your answers in boxes 7 to 10 on the answer sheet. All right, so here we have complete the summary. Summary completion questions are all in the passage and they're paraphrased, okay? So you're not going to see this exact phrase or grammar or vocabulary, but you will see this exact same information. So read these nice and quick before you read the passage. Okay. Now, this is a little bit helpful because here it says production and culture. And remember in the passage, we have these subheadings like production, okay, or a part of Peruvian culture. So here we do get a little bit of help knowing where this information comes from, okay. Paulo says, and it seems there are different types of corn. Paulo, absolutely. There are many types of corn in the world and in Central America. Absolutely. Okay, and so let's review these nice and fast. Now, students, you have to read in the IELTS. Please do not just go, oh, great, I just have to read this part only. No, okay. So if you're looking at the IELTS and at this point you're sitting in the IELTS and you're like, oh, okay, production, I'm just going to read this and I'm going to search and scan for this answer. So I'm just going to keep jumping between that question and this paragraph, and I hope I'm going to get a band 7 or an 8 or a 9. It's not going to work. And the reason why is because you have to read this clearly anyway. This could be connected to other parts of the passage. And just because here it says production, there's no guarantee that all of these answers are coming from that paragraph only. There could be something about production in the conclusion or in the introduction. You never know, okay? So you have to read, all right? Okay, so let's quickly read over the question. All right, so though it has been traditionally produced for generations, in modern times, this is something. For example, traditionally, women would chew the corn and spit it into a bucket. This process would help stimulate something because of the chemicals present in the women's saliva. Yummy. All right. Culture. Even today, chica has a place in the culture of Peru. Outside of Peru, the drink is consumed by those in South as well as something America. Chica has also given rise to forms of music, dance, architecture, and film. An entire counterculture. In this sense, chica is a drink for the common people, not for the something. Okay. Now, our last set of questions, 11 to 13, it's yes, no, not given. Don't read these before the passage because you don't know if it's yes or no or not given. Maybe it's no, no, not given, and then why read the passage? You're just getting some odd and false information. So leave those kinds of questions for the end. All right. So again, step 1, read the title and subtitles if you can, and infer the information. Step 2, look at the questions and read only questions that are contained in the passage or information that's contained. Natalie says saliva. Ooh, that's gross. Yeah, Natalie, that's definitely a bit odd in today's world for sure. All right. And now for step 3, we want to read the passage. Okay. So step 3, read the passage at a comfortable pace. Okay. It's okay to take about 10 to 12 minutes. To read the passage. If you have good strategy, you don't need to rush, all right? Your goal is to understand at least about 60-70%. If you understand more, hey, that's great. You don't have to understand every single word, okay? So strive to understand at least 70% of the passage and visualize. Picture yourself in the information. So, for instance, I am visiting Peru. I'm sitting in a restaurant drinking chica. How do you spell that again? Chica. Okay. And watching people make it. All right. So I'm basically tricking my mind into becoming a part of this information. By becoming a part of the information, it's going to help me understand, remember the content, the language, and use it more effectively. Okay? All right. Okay. So here we go, students. Let's go back. Let's read these paragraphs together, and then we'll answer the questions. Okay? So read with me. Don't just listen to me, all right? It's not just a listening exercise. It's a reading exercise. So let's read together. Okay. Bakrat is a farmer, a citizen of Peru. Absolutely, Bakrat. Here we go. So chica, what is it? Chica is a drink made from corn that is part of Peruvian culture. The history of chica stretches back at least 500 years and possibly further into the past. Made from corn, a plentiful crop in the region, chica is available in both fermented, alcoholic, and non-fermented, non-alcoholic forms. Sales of chica in Peru rival those of the most popular soft drinks and beers. Needless to say, even after hundreds of years, chica is incredibly popular in the region. Okay, so chica, what is it? It's a drink, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, made of corn that is super popular in Peru. Let's keep reading the history of chica. Keep visualizing, okay? You're watching people making chica. You're drinking this chica. Yummy. All right, history of chica. Some historians think chica has been prepared and consumed in communities in the Andes Mountains for thousands of years. However, direct evidence of this fact is difficult to find. However, it is known that the Incans produced chica in the 1500s. For example, women were taught the techniques to brew the beverage in what were called aclawasi, or feminine schools. Corn mills have been discovered at the Incan ruins known as Machu Picchu, and it is clear that the drink was used for ritual and religious purposes. For example, chica would be given as a sacrifice to the gods and even served to human sacrifices before they were killed. Evidence shows that it was consumed in significant quantities in the Incan culture for those reasons. And to this day, it is common to offer chica to Pachamama, the Earth Mother, by pouring some out before drinking. So I'm sitting in this restaurant and I'm drinking my chica and I go, oh, Earth Mother, here you go, a little bit for you, a little bit for me. Okay, so again, keeping that visualization. Types of chica. Now I'm picturing the menu at the restaurant and I get to choose my type of chica here. So types of chica. There are two main types of chica. Though the exact formulation and production of chica is likely to vary from town to town, the two main types are chica morada and chica de jora. Chica morada is a non-fermented and non-alcoholic drink made from purple corn, which gives it its characteristic purple color. Visualize. It is high in antioxidants, help to prevent certain cancers, and lowers blood pressure and cholesterol. So it is healthy. Somebody was saying that in the chat. It's probably healthy. It has also shown regenerative properties such as the formation of collagen and the creation of connective tissue. It often contains cinnamon and cloves and is thus similar to mulled cider. Or I remember reading something in the questions about this, so I'm going to pay extra attention. Now, I don't jump to the question, so I don't go, oh, I remember the questions there, I'm going to jump there. No. Why should I not do that? So if I think I see an answer, why should I not jump to the answers? This is a big tip because oftentimes students do this and it's a bad strategy, okay? So if you think that you see an answer to a question that you reviewed before the passage, you should not stop reading and jump to find the question in hopes of giving the answer. Why not? Why is that a bad strategy? Can anybody tell me that? So why do you think it's a bad idea to be reading and then go, oh, I think that was one of the questions. I'm going to stop there and then search for that question and answer it, and then at least I got one right. Woohoo! Why is that bad? So Nick Hill says it's breaking the reading fluency and loses the concentration. Yeah. So yeah, you lose concentration. You may lose the overall information, and it may not even be the right answer. Okay? Because there's more information. So you might realize later on that, oh, that wasn't the answer. Actually, the answer came later. So it was a waste of my time. And it wastes time. Okay? So don't do that. All right? Don't stop reading. So just keep reading. All right? Yeah, Amu, absolutely. It could just be incomplete information. And Natalie, absolutely. There could be better information later on. All right? So that's why we don't want to do that. And I just did that by giving you instructions. But that's exactly what you want to stop doing. Okay? All right. So keep reading. Chica de Jora is the fermented and therefore alcoholic version of the drink. It is created by a process similar to that of beer. Unlike Chica Morada, Chica de Jora is made from yellow corn. Okay, so visualize, keep in mind, purple corn versus yellow corn. Okay. Though the corn used is quite different from the corn many people are familiar with. It is more fibrous, has much larger kernels, and is much less flavorful. However, this makes it well suited to form the base of such a drink. In addition to corn, the drink often includes either quinoa or, for a sweeter version, strawberries. Production. The traditional production of chica is today rare, but for most of its period of popularity, chica has been produced according to particular standards. For instance, the corn is not simply mashed up, rather it is chewed and spit into a bucket. This, as mentioned above, was traditionally a woman's job. The woman's saliva would help to activate the fermentation process through the naturally occurring enzymes in the saliva. Women were also in charge of the rest of the brewing process, from germinating the corn to extracting the malt sugars, boiling the wort, and then fermenting it. If you don't understand every word, it's totally okay. Keep reading. A part of Peruvian culture. Chica, to this day, holds a special place in Peruvian culture. It is widely considered the drink of Peru and continues to be enjoyed by generations of Peruvians as well as other South and Central Americans. The cultural impact of chica has grown even beyond the beverage, however. Chica has come to describe forms of dancing, painting, architecture, film, and other aesthetic areas. Chica music, for example, became popular in the second half of the 20th century. Chica's origins are as a drink of the people, something discounted by the elite, and the aesthetic schools associated with it share this counter-elite ethos. Where and how to drink it. Chica, in its many forms, is available almost anywhere in Peru. It is available from street vendors, sidewalk stands, in markets, or even through your car window stopped at a red light. But the most authentic place to enjoy chica is in what is called a chicaria, a kind of bar or tavern where chica is served to guests. These establishments often operate outside the legal framework, are often run by families, and emphasize the drinking of chica and the socialization it helps create. Chicarias are traditionally marked by a broomstick atop a dark doorway, adorned by flowers, ribbons, baskets, or even plastic bags. Once inside, 25 pesos, about USD 30 cents, will buy a half liter of the traditional beverage. Notably, the drink is often consumed with alarming pace. The locals can finish a glass in mere moments, asking for seconds quickly thereafter. If you are ever in Peru and want to connect with the locals and the culture, a glass of chica is a must. From ancient times to the Incan period today, chica has helped to define the culture of a people and region. Okay, Janelle, elite usually means like high or on top. It means extremely good as well. Elite also means very wealthy or very rich people. Okay. All right, so let's do this. Let's answer the questions now that we've read. So complete each sentence with the correct ending. Now, the strategy for these kinds of questions is number one, answer the question on your own before you choose. Okay? So you have to give your own answer and then make the choice. Okay, so finish this sentence on your own after this passage now. So, though soft drinks and beer are popular in Peru, how would you complete this sentence? At home when you're practicing, you want to complete this on your own. Okay? And I know how I would do it. I'm curious how you would do it. And this shouldn't be too difficult at this point, reading this passage, because the message of the whole passage is about this answer. Okay? So number one, though soft drinks and beer are popular in Peru, answering questions should only take you about 8 minutes. That means you have about 30, 40 seconds for each question. Okay, Jainil, I like it. So Jainil says chica is dominant. Yeah. So Jainil says chica is dominant. Okay. Yeah, Jainil, absolutely. Yeah, Paulo says chica is one of the most consumed beverages in Peru. Yeah, definitely, Paulo. That's another good way to do this. Yeah, sure. That's how I would finish it. Though soft drinks and beer are popular in Peru, chica is super popular. Or chica is the drink of the people. Okay, so any kind of finish like that. Nick Hill, chica is preferred by most people. Yeah, absolutely. So now that I have this idea, I search for that answer. Okay, I search for the closest match. So I've got 13 choices here. Which one of these do you think is the closest match? Okay. I'm reading through these. Okay. And I'm pretty sure I found the answer. So let's see if you find the same answer. Okay, so thinking about my answer, now I'm looking at the possible choices, and I choose the one that's the closest match. Okay, so Nick Hill, Paulo say it's probably E. Chica's just as popular. Yeah, it looks like everybody agrees. Excellent. Yeah, I agree as well. So definitely, I would put E. Yep. And then I put E in my answer sheet, and I move on. So those soft drinks and beer are popular in Peru. Chica's just as popular, and that's the correct answer. Okay. All right, number 2. While it is believed that Chica has been around for thousands of years, okay, how would you finish this one? Remember the history? And I remember very clearly what it says here. So let's see if you come up with the same ending. Okay, so while it is believed that Chica has been around for thousands of years, how would you finish that? Okay. What would you do here? All right. How would you finish that statement? And this is coming from history. I remember that this was somewhere in the history part. And I could finish this sentence with my own words again. Okay. Thomas Vinod, nice. You got the answer E on our general IELTS or general English help channel. Good for you, Thomas. All right, so how would you finish this sentence, Thomas? How would you finish this sentence, Harwinder? Okay, so while it is believed that Chica has been around for thousands of years, remember it said something like, because I visualized this, it said there is no evidence for this. And if I want to keep going, I can finish by saying the earliest evidence is found when? So when is, yeah, Paulo says, I think, and I can see Paulo's little emoji like, I think. Paulo, if you have that feeling, it's usually correct. So Paulo's little emoji is like, it's only been shown for the last 500 years since the Incas. Okay, Jainil says the same. Notice, Paulo, that Jainil had the same idea. Jainil says the reference is from around the 1500s, right? So there is no evidence for this. The earliest evidence is found from the 1500s. Yeah, there was a whole paragraph about that. So again, you should not be searching for every single answer. Okay? All right? So it's from the 1500s. So it's only for about the last 500 years that we're sure, because we have very clear record that this is true. So let's see if there's a match. Okay? What's the closest match? You're always looking for the closest match. Okay, and read through all of them, because maybe C looks good, but there might be something even more accurate. Maybe, who knows? Okay. So what do you think is the correct answer? Always read all of them. One very common mistake is people will go, oh, okay, C looks good. Boom, I'll use that. All right, interesting. So Vicky says C. Bakrat says C. Paulo says C. Jainil, however, says maybe K or C. Jainil, which one do you think? K or C? What's the best answer? And this is why I warned you to read through all of them. All right, Amu says C. Yeah, you have to choose the best answer. IELTS is like a college exam. and you have to choose the best answer. Jainil, you should always go with your first choice, and I can see that your first choice was K. Okay? So this has not been confirmed. All right? That's the correct answer. We don't know this. It has only been consumed since the 1500s. We don't know this. Maybe it's not. Maybe it has been consumed for 1,000 years. We don't have evidence for that. This is the best answer. This has not been confirmed. Okay? So you have to choose the best answer. Here, this is not the best answer because this is possibly wrong. The author says that it's possible that the Peruvians are consuming this for thousands of years. We don't know. We only have evidence from the 1500s, but it hasn't been confirmed that it's being drank, okay? So K is the best answer, all right? In a university exam, K would be a better answer than C. It would be more accurate. Does everybody see that? Okay, Thomas, Vicky, do you see that? That K is a better answer? So you have to be really careful. IELTS is like a college level exam, especially when you're going for that band 9. Okay, so while it is believed that chica has been around for thousands of years, this has not been confirmed. Read the full sentence with it. Okay, all right. Okay, everyone. So questions 3, 4, 5, and 6, I'll leave for you for this one. Okay, and we're going to go on to the next section, the summary completion. Okay, this video will be up on the YouTube channels after the stream is finished. So you can try the next questions the way that I just showed you for 1 and 2. Okay. Now, let's look at production. So this is summary completion, and you have to choose just one word from the passage, okay? So let's look at production, all right? Though it has been traditionally produced for generations, in modern times, this is something. For example, traditionally, women would chew the corn, okay? What do you think is the best answer here? I remember what the passage said, so I can answer this without reading. Let's see if you come up with it. Okay, do you think most people are drinking chica that, you know, somebody's chewing and then spitting into a pot? Nikhil says, probably not. They're probably made by machines. So these days it would probably be rare. So Nikhil says rare. Yeah, Nikhil, very good. Yeah, it's probably rare these days that you're going to be drinking chica, especially with COVID. Okay, if you're thinking about COVID, I'm guessing that you're not going to really find chica in Peru where people are spitting the chewed up corn. Okay, so rare is a good answer here. All right, now if you have to check, you can go back to the passage. But again, you have to be able to answer at least half to 60% of questions without reading or going back because you'll run out of time, okay? So you should do good reading and then answer without going back, okay? All right, so though it has been traditionally produced for generations, in modern times, this is rare. Yeah, it's rare that you're going to find chica that's produced by spitting. For example, traditionally, women would chew the corn and spit it into a bucket. This process would help stimulate what? What's the word that goes in there? So it would help stimulate what? And again, this is the process of turning sugars into alcohol. If you have the English vocabulary for this, great. If you don't, you're going to have to check. Okay, obviously. But if you know what that is, and it's the same word in many other languages as well. Jyoti Naik says it's called fermentation. Yeah, it is. Fermentation. Yeah, fermentation is when you turn sugars into alcohol and you create an alcoholic beverage. It's called fermentation, or vinegars eventually. Okay, Now, if you're not sure about the spelling, check, because you know what word you're looking for, all right? If you're not familiar with the word, you're going to have to find it, all right? Rashika and Nikhil also found it. Rashika, you would have to check the spelling there, right? It's fermentation, fermentation, okay? All right, so that's how you do paragraph completion. Only check if you have to check for spelling. I'll leave these two questions for you for culture. And students, you can send these answers to me and I'll send you back the answer key. Okay? All right. So let's take a quick look at the yes, no, not given. Yes, no, not given is an if, this, then, that. It's like if you're into computers and computer logic, computer programming, you know about the if this, then that logic, if this, then that. If it rains, then I wear my raincoat, then I don't get wet. So if this, then that. If it rains, I wear my raincoat, then I don't get wet. If this, then that. So yes, if the statement agrees with the claims of the writer. No, if the statement contradicts, and not given if it's impossible to say. Number 11, chica is available almost anywhere in South America. Okay, is it important to know whether or not chica is available almost anywhere in South America? Okay. So the first question I ask myself is this information important for this passage about chica in Peruvian culture? Yeah, Paulo, you can think about it as if else as well. So is it important to know for this passage if chica is available almost anywhere in South America? Bakrat says it's important. Anybody else have an idea? So South America is like Brazil, Argentina, Colombia. So is it important to know this? Janelle says it's not important. Paulo Rees agrees it's not important. I agree, it's not important. Why? It's not important because this passage is about chica and Peru. Yeah, Paulo, exactly. It's not the national context. So it's not important. It's not about the continent of South America. It's about chica and Peru. So the correct answer when it's not important is not given. Okay? That's the logic. And not given is the correct answer here. So you always have to figure out whether the information is important or not important first. Then you can figure out if it's given or not given. Chicaterias are legal establishments run by families. Important? Yes. Okay. Then, is it true? So are they legal establishments? They're not legal. I remember they're not legal. So the answer here is no. Okay. I had very clear visualization here of the illegal chicaterias. Okay. So absolutely not. Yeah. Thomas, not given. Absolutely. Good job on that. And Vicky, good job on the fermentation as well. Okay, I'll leave the last question, question 13, to you to figure out on your own. So you have a bit of homework, okay? You have a few questions. You can send me those questions by email to adrian@aehelp.com, and then I'll send you back the answer key. Okay, and it was lovely to see some new students on our General English Help channel today. And thank you, members, for your support on our Academic English Help channel. It's fantastic to see so many of you. So again, send the answers to the missing questions that we didn't cover to adrian@aehelp.com, and I will send you back some answer keys, and you will figure out if you're doing it right or not, and then you can see why. Okay, that's it for me for right now, but I'll be back in 30 minutes with task 2 writing. Okay, so coming up in 30 minutes, task 2 writing. I bid you a good break, and hopefully I'll see you back here shortly. Remember to check out our premium courses at aehelp.com and glshelp.com. I'm Adrian signing out for now from Victoria. Bye.